Hey guys, so we're back. Episode 3, Bridgerton, baby. Let's do it.
I know we're not supposed to mention it, but I thought it was quite a kindness that you did for Penelope the other week.
She waits for the maids to throw out last week's copy of Whiskey Governor. She knows she's not allowed to read it.
It was unfortunate that Whistledown wrote what she did, or that she found out about it in the first place.
Excuse me. Well, I think Penelope is quite fortunate to have you as a friend.
Yes. She is, very good acquaintance of families, of course.
Do you wish your queen to banish this guest to the far reaches of the kingdom? No, it's not worth your time. Let us throw it from our minds. And though other young ladies may scramble for Miss Francesca's leftovers, they would be wise to remember the higher one flies, the further.
The Queen's head attire is becoming a lot more ethnic. You know, there's the afro that she just had now in the scene with Lady Danbury. And then in the previous episode, she had on almost one of these that I'm wearing. You know, back at home, we call them okaduki. Okaduki. So I'm wearing my okaduki, but it's basically a head wrap.
It is not weight that produces a belly, it is the child itself.
What do you mean? Its little head and body inside me.
Is she like okay? I'm not being funny, but is she like touched? Or is the education in the ton, that system, like how warakata is it? Because it clearly is. Because they didn't teach this bitch nothing.
I fear it may have been my fault. The rumour about you and Colin got out, but you should know it was not intentional.
I'd not reproach you if it was.
It wasn't.
Would you like to come in? I have a few new books that maybe...
No. Thank you. I'm meeting a friend.
I must become serious about my prospects.
Prospects are important.
Prospects which have gone from very little to even less, but I must do my best.
Yes, you must. Well, I will go, leave you to it.
I will go.
Penelope, I hope. Well, I wish very much for your happiness.
Thank you. For all your kindness. If I secure a proposal, it will be because of you.
You do not read Lady Whistledown?
I do not. Has she written about you?
She has.
And of what did she write?
That I enlisted an eligible male friend to help me find a husband.
I say. Well done
For being a fool.
for stepping away from the herd, even though you risk becoming a target. Just like him.
That antelope is like, why am I in it? Now see how I get thrown into stuff and I ain't even did none.
In fact, I find your frankness immensely refreshing.
Hola, Sena. This is a lesson not only for Colin, but for everybody, you people listening there. You snooze, you lose. Look at that. The man can't breathe. My bride, he's wheezing.
I have come to a decision as to who shall be my husband.
Splendid. And does this man know he is to be your husband?
Lord Debling.
The naturalist.
You say that with such surprise.
It is only you do not seem to care for nature. Or for animals. Both of which are apparently his great passion.
I care very dearly for animals. I love a good fur.
Oh, I would not.
I do not trouble me with the details.
Brilliant. My sister, okay. If you didn't win me over before, you just did. Ding, 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 ding. Jackpot. She said, listen, me, I love animals very much. I love a good fur.
What was that about?
Well, I have just been invited out on a hunt.
You were in your element, my love.
I suppose I'm beginning to feel more at home as well. Although I do miss the club. I've been in and out, but it's not the same as spending an evening there.
With all these events, I actually miss spending time at home. Must we attend tonight's ball?
What is the rule?
We can do whatever we want.
Yes, Jerusalem. Do whatever the fuck you want. But I'm gonna be honest, a part of me is nervous for them. I'm like, when is the other shoe gonna drop, or when is some some prejudice shit gonna arise? I'm hoping not. I really want to be wrong, but you know, we live in a twisted world, so I just love that they're thriving.
It may think me harsh, Cressida, but if you knew the ways your father is trying to put me under his thumb, he has reduced our allowance by half. We may have to wear these berry dresses a second time this season.
God forbid!
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Forgive me, I was simply...
It needs some quiet. I've been in search of it all night. Perhaps we can enjoy the silence together. I believe it's time for our dance.
Lot of chisas. Wow! Okay, so let's start with Penelope, obviously. This was such a coming out episode of her, you know, her confidence shifted, you know, kind of became clear to her that, you know, there really is some sort of a serious vibe between Colin and I. It's painful, it's awkward, but it's there, and so things are heating up. And this was also the episode where it was official to people that, okay, Penelope's one to look out for. Pen is slept on. She slept on by Colin. She slept on by Cressida, who vastly underestimates her. Yeah, I mean, everybody does. You know, it's her family. Oh, shit, especially her family. Fucking freaking Frack and Chris Jenner. But the most important person who slept on Penelope is Penelope. We all know in life, once you start to get confident and feel yourself and feel more comfortable in your skin, that shit radiates off your skin, and people actually, they start to gravitate to you because we really get back what we put out. And she's realizing that in a very good way. Moving on to Colin. Colin he's down bad, man. The man is waking up in hot sweats, you know, just there, wetting the bed because of Penelope. One kiss, bitch. One kiss, and the man is losing his mind. Vacueto, Penelope. Jay's lot. You should have been on this, because look at what you're capable of. Right? Yeah. Yeah, but Colin can't breathe. He's wheezing. His blood pressure is through the roof. You know, shit got real. And then there's the love triangle angle. Where the stakes are even higher for Colin, because now, you know, what's her name, Penelope, is actually a catch. People are actually trying to holler at her. It happened just around the time that he fell in love with her. Everybody else is falling in love with her. It's because she fell in love with herself, or she's falling in love with herself. And I love the parallels between Colin and Anthony, because in season 1, Anthony was the capital A rake, right? He was completely in these streets. He was hoeing it, okay? Like he's an athlete. Like he was Tristan Thompson. Colin's been recently going through stuff like that too, where he's just out in these streets. Okay, capital A rake, capital B rake, capital Bridgerton rake. And another thing they have in common is they get mad obsessive. Remember how obsessive Anthony was with Kate? Oh, the man couldn't think. I bet even when he was on the toilet, he was just like, I can't even pee. I can't even do a number 2 because I'm just thinking about this woman. They get very intense when they're into you and they decide that, okay, this is my person. Just like Colin now. I thought Colin is down bad. My brother, listen, we are praying for you. Gotta give a shout out to Colin and Penelope when they were under the tree. I think it was a willow, right? The one with the hanging leaves. Beautiful. I live for scenes like that. That's what makes me a hopeless romantic. It's shit like that. That's why I watch shows like this. Okay? And they really take you on that journey of the actual everyday moments of how people fall in love. I live for that. You know, the stolen glances, the little an eyebrow raised, a little vibe, the way they laugh, the way they say a particular words, those little moments that are strung together to form these intense feelings. I live for when storytelling goes into that, when you just, because for me it's too visceral. I put myself in it and my whole body is in it. That feeling of like, oh my God, he's looking at me. It's just, I love falling in love. I love it. I love falling in love. I love being in love. I love depictions of falling in love. Oh my goodness. My heart just explodes. But honestly, it's really one of those things that makes life worth living. And I'm not being dramatic and sappy, but it's there's so much negativity in the world. We have to really take splendor and just completely milk the moments when we're, you know, when we get to witness love and displays of love. The world needs more of that. And we have the Kardashians, real quick with them. One thing that stood out, I remembered, was at the top of the episode, their comedic timing, those actresses, when they work together as a unit, is impeccable. The pauses, the mama, the facial expressions. But as for them in the narrative, Tweedledee and Tweedledum still trying to get pregnant, and Lady Featherington is still doing her thing. Kris Jenner trying to see, guys, where are the grandchildren now? And then I want to go to Cressida, who's fast becoming one of the more interesting characters. She really is fascinating. She's just very layered. When you think you know something about her, she shows you something else. And she balances like that kind of ditzy, but then so much depth at the same time. Like 1 minute she'll say something completely airhead like, you know, oh, I do love a good fur. And then she'll turn around immediately and say something like, you know, I'm not just doing this shit for decoration. I actually have to do it. I have a lot of pressure under me. My mom's on my ass. I really need to marry somebody. I'm out here looking stupid. Even Penelope's out here getting more play than me. It's like you want to hate her sometimes and slap her, but at the same time, she's quite complex and redeemable in a way that you very much understand where the character is coming from and why she behaves the way she does. And like her desperation is just coming through. And she's a lot more sensitive than she makes out to be. You know, the exterior is very hard, but just her silent acting, whoever the actress is, you're fantastic. But her silent acting when she's having disappointments, especially in love, and she's seeing how Devlin genuinely likes Penelope, it's just, you can see how much it pains her. And I don't know, it just, when she has those reactions, it touches me. I'm like, girl, I feel you. And then finally, Lord Dibling. Okay. If I was Penelope, for me, it's not even a choice. Colin is a little boy. Debling is a man. He's like been a man for 100 years. That guy came out of his mother's body a man. He came out with that beard too. It was a medical miracle. He's literally the perfect man, that it makes me a little nervous, like, what's the catch? But so far, he's a gentleman, he's polite, he's not an asshole, he respects women, he's unique, he's his own person, he's doing his own thing, he's also another black sheep, just like Penelope. He embraces who he is. He knows who he is, which is very, very important. Oh, and I like that he called out the dead deers, the taxidermy on the walls. He was the only one that's like, yeah, y'all are messed up for this. You guys just going around hunting. Y'all think this is cool. Okay. So he has a strong moral compass. Did I mention he's a gentleman? Actually, the moment Penelope was strong enough to go up and just be like, look, I was kind of bullshitting you before. I was being extra. But this is who I really am. Just telling you right now, up front, so we know what the deal is. I really love that he appreciated Penelope's authenticity. And it's not surprising because he's a genuinely authentic person. And, you know, game recognized game. For me, it was a very poignant scene because it's true not only to the show and the situation that they're in that moment, but also to life. You know, just be authentic, just be yourself. You'd be surprised how the world opens up to you when you just are keeping it real and doing you. You know, the people that love it, and there'll always be a tribe for you, they'll be on your side. Anyone else that doesn't, you know, that's okay. Not everybody's gonna like you, but I think people just respect you more. Even the people that don't like you would respect you more if you're just as authentic as shit. All right, I think that's about it. Yeah, this is my favorite episode so far. They've all been good, but this one in particular, just woof, Momtima in my heart, woof, made me feel a little fuzzy, you know, little butterflies. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care of yourself and each other.
All I really want, all I really want is your love. Allow me to